Okay. This is a poet that I discovered here on YouTube, some of his work, and I can't think of what channel I saw it on, but excuse me if I'm butchering his name. It's Charles Bukowski, and the few poems that I've read so far via YouTube, I really can relate to. I really like. And there's one in particular that I came across actually recently, and it's called Dreamlessly. Dreamlessly, yeah, Dreamlessly, by Charles Bukowski. And I found it on a website, on another website, and I printed it out. It says the world is awake, and I'm going to read it. Old gray-haired waitresses in cafes at night have given it up, and as I walk down sidewalks of light and look into windows of nursing homes, I see that it is no longer with them. I see people sitting on park benches, and I can see by the way they sit and look that it is gone. I see people driving cars, and I see by the way they drive their cars that they neither love nor are loved. Nor do they consider sex. It is all forgotten, like an old movie. I see people in department stores and supermarkets walking down aisles buying things, and I can see by the way their clothing fits them, and by the way they walk, and by their faces and their eyes, that they care for nothing and that nothing cares for them. I see 100 people a day who have given up entirely. If I go to the racetrack or sporting event, I can see thousands that feel for nothing or no one and get no feeling back. Everywhere I see those who crave nothing but food, shelter, and clothing. They concentrate on that, dreamlessly. I do not understand why these people do not vanish. I do not understand why these people do not expire. Why the clouds do not murder them, or why the dogs do not murder them, or why the flowers and the children do not murder them, I do not understand. I suppose they are murdered, yet I can't adjust to the fact of them because they are so many. Each day, each night, there are more of them in the subways, in the buildings, and in the parks. They feel no terror at not loving or at not being loved. So many of my fellow creatures. I think this poem is indicative of what's going on today, of what I see every day. And at first glance, and by hearing it, it seems depressing, negative. But the reality of it is that it is reality. This is what I see, and I can relate to it. You see people, and they are like in this poem. And it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. And I think anyone that is honest can say that at one time or another in their life, they were these people. They were these people. And I do plan on reading more of Charles Bukowski's work, and I'm going to try to get my hands on some of his poems in print, in book form. And the ones that I have, he has a darkness about him, but I feel that a lot of people who are honest with themselves, there is a lightness and there's also a darkness in you. Anyone that says that there isn't, I don't think they're really being honest with themselves or with other people. We all don't have happy thoughts and we don't all have happy occurrences happen in our lives. We have a mixture of both. It's not all dark and negative, and it's not all positive and happy. It's a mixture. It's what makes life and how we experience it. So if you haven't already heard of Charles Bukowski, check him out. Some of his stuff that I have read is a little out there, and but I'm just discovering him. I'm just discovering him, and if you look up his work here on YouTube, you'll come onto a site in which there's someone reading his work, and I'm not sure if it is even Charles Bukowski or someone just reading his work, but whoever it is, they're very profound in how they read his work. So check it out.